Hello, it's Audrey June, and today I have been thinking a lot about how to realize our visions, how to stay consistent in our beliefs and just in patterns, right? So, how to really move beyond those patterns, those programs that we were trained with, those negative communication. Um, just like the way we've always done things that is toxic or that is harmful both to ourselves and to other people. So the real question, like, I wanted to start off by saying that, right? Because I've been doing a lot of internal work, and I've had a lot of people kind of coming to me being like, you need to be grounded, rooted in reality. So just this false dichotomy and conflict between the internal and the external. So the first question I really wanted to look at is, how do we make the internal changes that we've been going through? How do we make those? Um, how do we make it so that we can act on those, or how do we make those manifest? Right. So, spirit, how do we make manifest and consistent the changes that we've been going through internally in the month of July, or whenever you're reading or watching this reading? All right, so we've got awakening, right? So you look at this card, what do you see? So I see she's ascending, right? And her eyes are closed. She is going toward the moon. It says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration, right? So the way that I read this card um, is that really the only way for us to make manifest into this world the things that have been going on inside is to share that knowledge and to live by that unity consciousness. So I know that for me, one of the hardest things has been it is like walking in that unity consciousness, like really creating heaven on earth and letting go of attachments, right? So separation, this concept, this false idea of separation, right? So like with that comes jealousy, envy, covetousness, as far as, you know, for me anyway, it's been like not like being able to be free, right? But struggling with other people's distortions of me and my own distortions, my own self-denial, like really confronting the question, like, what am I so afraid of? Right? What am I so afraid of? So think about that. Like, what are you so afraid of? Like, really, what is holding you back from this awakening and bringing this awakening into your everyday life? Right? So I'm going to pull from my other deck. And I have the Earth Warriors deck again. Um, it's a beautiful deck. So let's look at this, right? And Spirit, I'm gonna ask the question: how do we move beyond separation? How do we stay in unity consciousness? So give us guidance. Now that things are aligning, how do we stay on the path? And how do we stay in this unity consciousness? Okay. So we got Lina, what must be shall be, right? So take a moment. What is this card saying to you? what really resonates in this card? So when I see this card, I notice first and foremost the butterfly at the top, right? Butterfly is a symbol of transformation. We have the symbols here on the skull, right? These symbols also to me are evoking transformation. They're evoking magic. They're evoking really a deep respect of the cycles of life and the cycles within ourselves and the ending and the release of old energies. And then we see on both sides parallel the different cycles of the moon, right? And the moon is waning here, right? And when we look at the waning moon, that is a sign of release, right? And then at the bottom, we see a flower blooming, and it almost looks like a lotus. So it's like, to me, and it's blue, so it's like evoking these sense of just inner peace, right? And serenity and just acceptance, right? So like it's about accepting the shadow, accepting endings, accepting the changes within self. And then we see all this red, right? And this red to me indicates the sacral, right? So our emotions. So really accepting our emotions, working through our emotions, accepting endings for what they are. And it's number 7, right? And number 7 in Spiritual Warrior is the Chariot card, is moving forward, is action. So Lena, let's see what Lena is telling us. What must be shall be. You have beautiful dreams and inspired bold ambitions. You are guided to believe that they are a natural expression of your soul, something meant to be. Life will support you in the expression of those dreams and ambitions, even in the moments where it seems to be struggle rather than support you're experiencing. The process for transformation into full maturity involves learning how to grow through light and through darkness, back to the light again. You will always find your way back to the light. Have faith in yourself and what must be. Dedicate yourself to what you love without hesitation. If you're experiencing loss or change, have faith. Sometimes things happen that seem to be working against us. It is only later that they show themselves to have been valuable ways by which we acquired the greater faith, courage, and determination that were necessary to the fulfillment of our purpose, right? So we are in the tribulations period, right? It is through the darkness, the trials, the obstacles, the war, the battle, that we are really crystallizing our strength, and we are really coming into that authentic expression of self. So any obstacles that are standing before us are really there to test us, right? To bring us to our strongest self, to remind us who we are. Know that your destiny is unfolding and you are moving through circumstances that are ultimately going to help you become your soul in fullness and splendor. Keep going. Everything happening in your life is helping you to fulfill your divine potential. Know that any darkness will give way to the light. Just as life and death are natural, so too is growth. It is natural for the caterpillar to become the butterfly. It is extraordinary to the point of being almost unbelievable, if we were to really think about it, but natural nonetheless. It is natural for the bones of the sacred cow to return to the earth, to give her minerals, which in turn support new life. So it is meant to be that with human life, there is loss that becomes part of what allows for something new to be vitalized. You are here to grow into all that you are. You are here to bring certain dreams to life in this world. They are meant to be healing dreams for a new world, because that is nature, your innate soul way. Just like the seemingly impossible journey of the butterfly with sacred endings that support new beginnings, you too are moving through the cycle of life. Sometimes this can be confronting. To give up old ways or old identities can seem frightening to the mind, yet it is inspiring and exciting for the soul that yearns to blossom into fullness and cannot thrive when it is held back in fear, right? So I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been talking about this a lot. It's full surrender. It's release. It's allowing ourselves to be our full selves and reach our full potential. And in order to do that, we have to let go. In order to walk in unity consciousness, we have to stop being attached to those things, right? Just ideas, old self, patterns. Really confronting your patterns within yourself and your psyche, and stop making excuses, right? I've been talking a lot about this too. Like, I am a person that even the way that I speak, it seems like I'm making excuses when I'm not. Or maybe I am making excuses. Like, explanation is excuse, right? And so really confronting that, like, what is it deep within yourself that's been ingrained, that's holding you back from your full potential and making it so it's so difficult for you to move forward. You may forget this momentarily and turn back from where you are headed out of confusion or concern. It may seem as though you're being asked to give up too much to secure your goals, or you may wonder if it is foolish imagination rather than genuine soul purpose that's driving you forward, right? So moving past those doubts. If you're a visionary with ideas that are not yet widely understood but will help push humanity towards the new world, you may struggle more than most. In this case, you are asked to take leaps of faith and endure the endings inherent in evolution while waiting for the signs of new life. You'll have this asked of you because it is necessary for the process of creation, and most importantly, for you to have enough faith in your soul to handle it. To have faith in your own purpose when it may sometimes feel like you're fighting a losing battle takes a lot of heart. Great Spirit knows what you are up to, and it wants to remind you that you are not being foolish. You're following your destiny. Great Spirit wants you to accept that it can help you, that what you are pursuing is meant to be, and as you keep to your course, success will come. Allow the inner force that compels you forward to have its way. Do not fear the sometimes radical changes that take place as you evolve into your destiny. Any losses or endings along the way are essential for your fulfillment. Let your trust in life's goodwill and generous support of you be unconditional. Know you shall thrive. So, say this prayer aloud. Repeat after me. I call upon the wild grace of the sacred feminine and give gratitude for your wise and loving assistance in my life. I accept your blessing to fulfill myself. I trust that you will show me the signs and impress upon me the guidance that I need so as to feel reassured, focused, and committed. Help me and all beings fulfill the plan that Great Spirit intends for us and has placed in our hearts. Only the goodness of your wisdom prevails, and every darkness leads me into greater light. So be it. So, if you can, go out into nature. Remember the cycle of life and death. Finish again with this. My dear soul, you know what you are doing and how to grow in harmony with divine genius and sacred purpose, even when my conscious mind does not understand. You know when I do not know. So I choose to trust you. And this brings me peace and comfort now. I trust you. So, really spend some time thinking about your own soul's evolution. What do you need to release? What do you need to embrace? How do you make these realizations your higher self? How do you make that come out into the forefront of your life? That's what's being asked of you, right? And just gonna pull one more card from here. right? So let's see. So we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into vision, into being, right? This is creating heaven on earth. This is going into the unity consciousness. This is embracing our soul's purpose to bring the light to earth, to channel Mother Gaia. So I see here, she's in a medicine circle, right? She is looking upward. She sees these are the star nations, right? She is connecting to her star heritage, her star ancestry. She's connecting to her higher self, which is the seat of her power within herself. The circle, right? You can see her crown chakra coming out of her heart and connecting her to all that is. So this is a reminder that the evolution, the quiet growth that we are going through right now within ourselves is going to manifest externally in really very real ways, right? We are the holders. We are the gatekeepers of heaven on earth. So making sure to deprogram, to release that energy, those patterns, those things that are holding us back, that is essential in order for us to birth this new age that we are walking into right now. If you just think about everything that's going on in the external world, all of those things are reflecting our internal. So people say it all the time. I want you to really think about, like, maybe journal about this idea of as above, so below, right? As within, so without. So think about how the people in your life, the things that you're going through, the external, how is that really reflecting your internal processes? So what is it that you're meant to do here? How do you move forward? So really think about, what is this card saying to you? We had awakening, right? Because we must awaken in order to birth a new age. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Remember that you are the gatekeeper to your own heaven on earth. So don't be afraid to let go of what needs to be released. Follow, surrender. Be loving, be compassionate. Namaste. Have a lovely day. I love you.